Three chords. Do you remember that Debussy piece?
I think I do. This look quite similar, so is it?
Okay, those two.
Oh, those two. Sorry, that would
same
help.
an octave up.
Okay.
It's not too hard, is it?
Chords, aren't they? Those three.
They are amazing,
You know where
especially
you're
with the pedal down, as well. It's like a raindrop. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's used.
To sell chocolate biscuits.
I mean, everywhere, in every waiting room in the world, and every elevator in the world, but...
But there's a reason why, isn't there? There's a reason why that music is universal and that it appeals or sells the idea of something. It's because there is a beauty to it. It is a balm. It is a
my point is that almost all classical music is universal if one has the opportunity to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, even a piece that's totally obscure, who no one would really know.
Yeah.
Within that, I mean, you just have to hear it, and you're suddenly transported.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, and yet, on a good day, can remember 150,000 notes in the right order with the right finger at a concert under incredible pressure. But
that's
well, you
what
say
the paying
how,
public
but
want to know how.
Well,
I mean, is this the moment?
Drugs,
is this
maybe,
like?
but no, but you must have the. That's what I wanted to ask you. When you're learning a script,
It's not comparable. I don't think.
You don't think?
No, not the volume. I think it's much greater what you learn than what we learned. But I think the ways of going about it might be similar.
There's a Rachmaninoff piece, my favourite composer, I think.
Yeah.
I've got his name tattooed in my arm in Russian.
Oh.
I love him so much.
Beautiful.
No other composer I
Yeah.
would do that for, I think. There's a section in it where there are like 3 or 4 different tunes at the same time. And you think, what do you do if you're in the middle of this and you hit the wrong note? And then it all falls apart and you don't know where you're going and you've got the rest of the piece to go. How do you put it back? So when you're learning a script...
I think we should be talking about this because when an audience sits down to watch you play, but especially people who can't play the piano, I think if they knew... I mean, because they're fearful for that very reason, for you.
There's a weird thing that will sound really hippie-ish, but...
Try me.
Often when I'm playing, if there's a tricky bit coming up that I've had a problem with in rehearsal or anything, I'll just constantly repeat to myself the word yes. Like, yes. Like a positive thing. Shut up! I knew you'd laugh. I bare my soul, and you start laughing.
I'm not laughing at it. I'm laughing.
No, it's just a little mental trick of like, yes, come on, man, let's do it.
No, it's really
kind
sweet.
of
I love it.
It's not sweet.
It is. It is. It's a valedictory.
Yeah. It's empowerment.
Yeah.
Embracing my inner
Yes,
child and saying,
absolutely.
come on, man, we can climb this mountain together.
You wait for me to laugh. I gotta laugh. If you wait for me to laugh, I can't. I think that is exactly what you have to do. You have to force the self-belief to conquer those moments of doubt.
I think I came up with that when I was 6.
You can.
Yeah. No, that was the first piano piece, or one of the first piano pieces I tried to learn. I've had a few failed attempts at learning the piano. Yeah, and I think the problem is that it's always sort of been a favour. It's like, so I've taught someone magic and they've taught me the piano or something like that, and I've never had the discipline. And I've always had that thing, I guess because magic's all about cheating at some level, so the thought of actually putting in years and years and still only being really mediocre at something is such a... It just puts me off, so I just end up not bothering at all. I'd love to be able to play it, but equally there's something... Maybe it's nicer to listen to other people.
I guarantee you, if you give me a month and 35 minutes a day, I can teach you the
35
aria.
pounds.
I can teach you the aria to the Goldberg variation.
And that could just be my thing. I could just turn up. It's like with that little
So I'd play the whole thing, but it's like an hour. So I'll play the...
Well, that's what I do. That
that
bit of Beethoven that you played was the one piece that I learned. I didn't know anything about the grammar, so I had the notes, but all the you know, the pacing, the grammar was all wrong. But I could just about, for a while, I could just about play it. So I'd sit down, oh yeah, nice piano. I'd sort of rattle it off, yeah, nice. I'd walk away like I knew the whole thing. That's the only piece I knew, yeah.
I do that with magic. I have one card trick.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Do it, walk away, yeah, nice cards.
Special, aren't I? I've seen you backstage before going on, and you are just so relaxed and so chilled out.
I don't have nerves. Do you? Do you get? Yeah.
A little bit of nerves is a great thing. You know, you might
Oh,
start
you need a bit. I have to find a bit of
yeah.
nerves, actually. Yeah, you need the adrenaline, you need the energy. Otherwise,
I mean, the physiological things for nerves are the hardest thing. Not so, the mind stuff I can work on, and but you're talking about what you can control and what you can't. There's certain physiological symptoms. So if you're playing a really you're doing
beat
something
me to it. I was just about to jump in and play that as an
But
example.
you're doing that
of
really, really fast, and your hands are shaking like this, like they do when there's adrenaline. You can't do it.
And of course, you can't sit there going, I mustn't.
I
must not get
So
stressed.
drugs basically are
Really?
our friend.
And what do you do then? What-
Propranolol beta blocker, just for the physiological stuff. Only because it doesn't affect the mind. It doesn't. It just deals with
Gosh, yeah.
adrenaline, and it helps to make things slightly more secure.
Yeah, I never think about that, because I've seen you play the most extraordinary things, and it's just sort of like, wow, this is just magic, but you don't think, of course, the precision is something that is astonishing when you watch it, but of course if you're left with adrenaline shaking, that's going to affect the next bit.
Of course, and it's not just the fingers, the feet shake, you get kind of pedal shakes, and you get a bit of sweat, and then the keys get a bit...
Yeah.
We need all the help we can get.